Hey, this is Timmara, signing on with some more of Code Vein. Okay, so last time it's been like a week since I last played, so I'm completely lost. Last time, it took some time, but we finally figured out our way through the whatever caves we were in. They were a big labyrinth and hard to navigate through. Sorry, a little stuffy. Yeah, we can go check it out real quick. Okay. What we did, again, I gotta reorient myself. Okay, we were in the Provisional Government Center. We finally figured out how to get through that. And then we found the, Gowl of Blood, where we gotta fight Silva, I assume. And that, I think, is gonna be the stretch to the final boss. So, instead, what I'm going to do, well, because I did some reading, did some research, did some grinding, just to try and, like, buy some abilities and get some stuff. And I also read up on what the DLC actually contains, and I did go to one area, the Sealed Depths, for like the Hellfire Knight DLC or whatever. And then turns out, yeah, they're just like depths areas with basically a score attack-esque boss fight with the, boss in those areas. And I have no interest whatsoever in dealing with that. Like, I'm sure that's fun for some people, but not for me. If it's not story related, then I kind of just like don't care. So I figured what we're gonna do. I ran around, I found all the vestiges, at least in the main game, that I was missing. And so I figured we could spend this part doing, just going over the vestiges, because I figured that would take some time. That's part 29, and then the ending will be part 30, is kind of what my thought is, and just run through it. Found vestiges. I also found the, what was it? The regeneration things I was missing. And I was only missing 2 things, and that was just from that wolf monster boss from the depths and somewhere else I missed on the cliffs. Whatever, I had this plan, so yeah, let's just go. Prometheus Vestige. Let's learn more about our friends that I should have done way sooner. Especially since some of them have some really good abilities that I've completely ignored. But I think I got all the math figured out, so yeah. You do so many vestiges, it'll... Yeah.
Who had been enslaved by a group of merciless rebels. Over time, stopping by to give him blood beads became something of a routine.
Right, I remember it was a kid Louis saved, and he wanted to learn how to fight and such.
When I went to see him, he was nowhere to be found, and his dwelling had been torn apart. I heard everything from someone who said the new cabin. A few days earlier, a revenant had attacked him and turned him to ash. The attacker was after the blood beads I'd given Kevin.
Alright. Oh, that's it? Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna go through all these vestiges. I don't know how long it's gonna take. I always thought it'd be a long process, because just the scenic route takes a while. But there's a lot of conversations, lots of different characters, lots of vestiges to put back together that build into finishing vestiges for other characters. So I figured this would take some time.
I thought that I could save him just by giving him blood beads, that it would be enough. But I lacked true commitment to his survival. And in the end, that's what killed him. Actually, I heard another revenant attacked him for those same blood beads shortly after. He became one of the lost.
Irony.
Won't let myself forget again.
Alright. He's not entirely to blame. He did help, but, it also... never mind. You know what I want, girl? Hunter Vestige. Yeah, and then Hunter Vestige 2 will lead into Hunter Vestige Part D, etc., etc. Lots of vestiges build onto each other into others, so, yeah. Sorry, not trying to be sniffly and squeaky. Just trying to get through this quick. I got a couple of hours before work, and I think I can get this wrapped up.
Louis, why do you keep bringing blood beads to some random kid like me?
There isn't really a particular reason. I had to give one, I'd say it's because you were alive when I met you.
I want to keep it that way. Uh-oh.
Don't keep risking your life for me, Louis. You can't.
You don't need to worry about me, really. Focus on keeping yourself alive and well.
Don't worry about me.
Louis.
Sorry.
Louis kept bringing me blood beads, which spared me from the constant struggle other revenants faced over them. There was no fear of being turned to ash or becoming one of the lost. I had blood beads, and that meant I had peace for myself. It was all mine.
So at the very
Was
least...
that really okay?
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, at the very least, that Revenant, you know, at least before he was killed, he at least had, like, some peace of mind before he got attacked.
Here, take them. They're yours. Don't worry about me. Being the only survivor would be boring anyway. And, you know, we rely on each other to survive, right? That's what people do.
And then he's trying to just help other people. Don't give it back, give it forward.
There you are. You're that crazy kid that's been passing out blood beads, aren't you?
Maybe. What if I am?
Do you want one?
If you've got so many lying around, then how about you pass some along to us? After all, we've been hurting since one of our kids turned lost.
I don't have that many. Even if I did, I wouldn't give a single bead to bastards like you.
Now that's also fair.
You stupid punk. In that case, we'll just take him by force.
Yeah. And that's how it didn't turn out too well for Kevin. You know, trying to, you know, help those who need it, turn away those who demand it. So, you know, he had a compass. It was working for a while. So, you know, Louis doesn't have to, you know, blame himself. He was trying the best he could. You know, Louis gave him the hope to move on and try to help others like he helped him.
I gave him with some of the other revenants. He wasn't stupid. He had to have known what would happen if he did something like that.
He probably knew, but also probably just still wanted to do it. And Hunter Vestige Fjord.
I'm sorry, Louis. I'm afraid it's over me. But I don't regret what I did.
There's the conviction.
When I gave out those blood beads, I felt like I was taking back my humanity. For a brief moment, I felt like I was truly alive. It was because of you. Thanks to you, Louis. I wonder if I was able to become even a little bit like you.
I think so.
Goodbye.
Alright, so that's his story. About some selflessness in the time of rampant selfishness. So, you know, that's kind of nice. Didn't end well, but he helped some people along the way, so that's what's important to him.
That was... Kevin, you wanted to...
Yeah, he lived a life that he could be proud of.
Yeah. I believe you need a real sense of dedication before you can truly say you've saved someone. It's just self-deception to feel like you've helped after giving no more than handouts.
That is very
At the same
fair.
time,
I feel
you're
like
a
I'm being
coward when you
called
sit
out.
back and watch while doing nothing. Even if I'm deceiving myself, I have to keep fighting. And if I fail to help, I'll face up to what I've done. But I also won't let that stop me from trying to help others. That's what I've decided.
Very fair.
Couldn't save Cruz, Even when she begged for my help, I wasn't strong enough to do what was necessary. Now,
It was also a tall order considering, you know, just kind of having it thrown at you.
it doesn't change what happened, or the fact that I'm responsible for Kevin's death.
But you're also responsible for his life, so, you know.
Sharing his memories with me. Thank you.
Alright. Could have used a lot of his other abilities, but whatever. That's the thing, I could have gotten a lot of abilities. I think there was a Coco one that, gives you more haze from killing enemies, which is usually pretty essential, at least to me, because, like, that little extra can go a long ways. Hermes Atlas, we got a bunch. This could take a bit. Oh yeah, and the Cephocles one, that's like a DLC one. I found the main game ones. Forget the DLC stuff. I'm out. Move on to the main thing. So I looked up. Yeah, mainly it's just the DLC is just like a depths mission, which are, you know, a fun distraction, but nothing too special or important. And then that all leads up into a boss fight that you can replay with modifiers for rewards. And it's like, okay, it's kind of cool, but I certainly don't care.
Yaksha squad, those guys are the best. We've been given the order to deploy. This is the real thing, so stay on the ball.
Hey, Davis, are you listening?
No.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'll go get ready.
Yeah, and you find a lot of Davis's, what you want to call him.
Pay attention, Davis! The middle of enemy territory is no place for a stroll.
Just wait a minute.
Sorry. I appreciate it.
The stroll, I mean.
You're about to frenzy. We need to get you back for treatment.
You find his vestiges in the depths missions. There's like 4 specific ones, and I realize I missed a couple.
Seems like we catch you spacing out more and more these days.
If something's wrong, you can talk to us. We're friends, right?
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. The truth is, I've been looking for someone ever since I woke up as a revenant.
Myself.
Her name is
No.
Jessica. We were engaged back when I was still human. She was my fiancée.
A little redundant to say that twice, basically. We're engaged, so she was my fiancée. We got that after the engaged part. Yeah, I also don't know very much about him. I, like, talked to him once when we first met him, and that was kind of like the extent of, like, oh, this is the guy voiced by Kyle E. Bear, so, you know, that's all I need to know. Sorry. It's been a busy week, so I'm tired. This is my only, I don't want to say day off, I just have time, and not even that much of it now.
That was one of my memories, wasn't it? Where did you find it?
Give it back to me!
The depths, huh? Hard to believe it was all the way down there. I guess these things really are in the last place you think to look.
I only just realized he's wearing that
My
angelic
memory
guard
loss is
armor, or
pretty
whatever
severe,
that stuff is,
even for a
the
revenant.
white guard or whatever.
Almost everything from my human days is gone. My
It
name
just
is
came
Davis.
to my mind like, oh, that's what he's got.
They just started calling me that when I became a revenant. When I first woke up, the only thing I had in my possession was a single photograph of a woman. But no matter how much or how hard I thought about it, I just couldn't remember who she was. I appreciate any help you can provide. Thank you. So, I still knew her name back then. Back then, it was one battle after another. Somewhere in all the fighting, I must have just lost that memory. I knew I wouldn't die, so I kept coming back again and again. But I left something important behind.
Yeah, that's kind of very reminiscent to, like, in Dark Souls, well, yeah, kind of like Dark Souls, primarily in 2, where, you know, you got a lot of, undead who every time they die, they lose parts of their memories, and so you got characters all throughout that. It's like, I don't remember who my brother is, but I know he was important to me. I don't remember, like, where I even came from, and that's just what's making, you know, me lose hope in even trying to fight my way through this. So, you know, I know, lots of parallels, not necessarily, like, inspired by, just something worth noting. It's something to bring up.
Nonsense is not an easy person to find.
Sorry. I didn't mean to drag you both into all of this.
Stop apologizing. The queen is gone now, so we can continue surveying the depths. All we have to do is keep our eyes peeled and avoid letting our guards down.
Yeah, but we've been looking practically everywhere, and there's just no trace of her. At this point, she might even be...
Don't. We don't want to jinx it.
Oh no, Jessica turns out to be like that water thing we fought before. I don't know.
No one there matched the description.
Thank you for trying. Still, I wonder if maybe it's time for me to give up and move on.
Listen, Davis. If that's what you've decided, if you really want to move on, then I'd be happy to come along with you.
Ooh.
Naomi, I'm not sure I can yet.
Right. Of course. I'm just being impulsive. Sorry. Forget what I just said.
No, it's hard to forget that. What was that about? Jesus. I appreciate it, but goddamn, well
I
then.
have other business to take care of today. We've had a few reports of a revenant sneaking off with blood beads, so I have to investigate that.
Watch your back out there, all right? People will do anything if they're thirsty enough.
Including probably kill you.
About us.
So she's not coming back.
I will. Take care.
Oh no, I've lost another woman in my life, and the revenue who killed her was Jessica. I'm playing around. I'm kind of like joking if that's where it's actually gonna go. I mean, if it's, you know, if it does, fine, whatever. It's just, it's kind of funny. Just imagine like explaining it way too much of how the events go.
I had been so focused on trying to find my fiancée that I didn't see what was right in front of me the entire time. The three of us have been together since Operation Queenslayer. Honestly, you just don't find friends like that every day. I had completely forgotten what she'd said back then. It feels pretty pathetic, forgetting something like that.
There's a lot going on.
Life as a revenant seems like a cruel joke sometimes.
Okay, that really didn't tell me much about her, just telling me about some people.
What?
Kind of wish the menu would just open up again. Yeah. And so those two more vestiges that then also needed two other ones to be completed in order to finish up. So we're learning a bit about Davis. Davis.
Hey, Naomi. It's good to see you back in one piece. How'd the hunt for the thief go? Have any luck?
Huh? Oh, yeah. It was fine. I mean, we didn't run into any problems, at least. Davis? During the investigation...
Sorry, what were you saying?
Nothing. It's fine. I have something I need to take care of, so I'll see you around.
Okay.
Hey, Davis. What happened between you and Naomi? Seems like she's been avoiding you lately.
Well,
I didn't even reject her, I just kind of said not now.
It's okay, I get it. Just because she became a revenant doesn't mean she forgot her human feelings, huh? Well, no matter what it is, she's a good friend. Work things out with her,
Is it appropriate to be doing this right now?
yeah, I'll be sure to talk to her.
And then that talk never came. That's his last vestige, isn't it? So does it really not even come up? Okay. I figured since that needed so many parts, I figured that'd be a lot longer, but okay. Duly noted. What, during the investigation she found her or something, or...
As it turns out, I never got a chance to talk to her. No, it's not possible. The thing is, Naomi isn't with us anymore. We were conducting one of our surveys down in the depths when we were attacked by the Lost. Everyone ended up scattered. After days and days of searching, we finally found sets of dog tags that belonged to Naomi and our other missing companions. We still aren't sure whether they joined the Lost or returned to Ash. We die and revive, each time losing some of what made us who we were. Maybe we're doomed to lose everything, bit by bit. Maybe that's what it is to live as a revenant. Still, I owe you a great debt for what you've done for me. Both for Jessica's name and for Naomi's memory. Yeah, that one time was more than enough for me. I don't want to lose anyone else because of my sentimentality. Thank you, though. I owe you.
I'll tell you what, after we get this figured out, we can go, you know, go running and looking still. It's still possible. I don't know. We kind of left it on a very open note, because, you know, technically, Naomi, no body.
What is it?
So, you know, doesn't mean she's totally gone, but I suppose, how else can you tell? Atlas, let's learn some more about our, Yakumo. I actually remembered his name. Oh, shoot. Okay, back. Alright, sorry. Taking a call. Taking a call. Continuing on.
Wait, Ricky. Some of our people are injured.
Leave them behind. We don't have the numbers to sit around defending the wounded. There's a building surrounded by a moat up ahead. We can take refuge there for a while. It should give us some cover. Are you kidding me, Yakumo?
No, that's why I suggested it.
Do you want to stick around until everyone heals? Take a look outside, Yakumo. It's horror town. We need to look for a way out while we still can. And just leave our friends behind? I'm not going to do that. I can't. I'd rather die here defending them.
And he did.
You've completely lost it, man. I guess it's just us who want to live.
Fine, you get out then.
See you, Yakumo.
God, we died because we split up from the party.
Should he really have stayed?
We've made our choices. Anyway, no one can know what tomorrow will bring.
Could be way worse.
Yakumo? Yakumo?
Yeah. Right.
Alright, you know, he's not too happy about that happening either, but, you know, he's gonna stick with his buds, because that's what we know for him to do. That's what he is known to do. I never took Yakumo out for a spin on the battlefield. I was literally gonna get to him, and then it was just sort of like, oh, Io's around, or now we got Jack, now we got Eva, and then Io wants to come in for the final battle, so it's like, I'm sorry, Yakumo, maybe another playthrough. If I ever do that sometime, probably, but not anytime soon.
Comrades. We might be able to find out where they are now if we follow their memories. You know, use them as a kind of trail.
Oh, that is what the other vestiges are for, then.
Stayed with the injured. I guess. In a way, I'm the one who left Riki behind back then.
That's, you know, backwards logic. Just, you know, you self-blaming. There's a word for that, and I'm missing it.
If we had talked it out more, we could have found a way to stick together. Maybe then some of us might have survived. Oh, thanks for saying that. Still, I get it in my head sometimes.
Mr. Martyr Mumbly Man.
Did all those guys who left blame me for their deaths? Well, it's not like I'll find the answer now, no matter how many times I ask.
Well, keep asking. Maybe I'll continue to ignore you. No. Okay. Go on to the next one.
What is it?
I just kind of wish we'd just do all these at once. Next one for Yakumo. Then we got the other guys, which I think are the people who split off from him, which I never realized before. I realize there's a lot of story beats I've completely ignored or missed.
You're crazy if you're thinking of helping those guys who got separated, Yakumo. It's suicide!
They're our friends. I won't ignore them.
Always digging your heels in. You'll get everyone killed.
And you'll die alone.
I'll help you this one time. After this, you're on your own.
I assumed right.
You wasn't it, Yakumo? You're the one that stopped our trade.
Trade? You mean looting things to sell on the black market? Call it what you want, but you're no better than thieves. Riki, we were orphans. You remember what it was like? Nito took everything from us before we even knew we had it, and we were powerless to stop him. How could you steal from someone weaker than you?
Always the golden boy, huh? I've never fallen for your insipid act. Fine, then. Let's settle this right here, right now. I'll show you what happens to simple brats like you who don't know when to quit.
Okay. Oops. Ah.
Son of a... Back it off already, would you?
Back off? I don't think so. If I did that, you would have killed me.
That's why I don't like you.
Then he fought back and he won. There you go. Sorry, don't mean to spell it out so obviously. Alright. So yeah, those guys always button heads. And that feels like that should have gone before the other one. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
I don't know if he was just a sore loser or if it went deeper than that. But Riki had been coming after me ever since we were little kids. The two of us disagreed on absolutely everything. And got into fights damn near every single day. Calling him a good guy would be a stretch. But, well, at least he was honest with himself. That's something.
At least he admitted he was a dick and acted like it all the time and caused problems. Sorry, I see what he's trying to say, but it sounds like such an excuse. I really should mess around with the jukeboxes more. I've had the same song playing since I first messed with them. Okay, well, we got Assassin, Artemis. So got some more. Moving on to the next one. Assassin Vestige. Where did I find these again? Doesn't matter. I was pretty good in finding almost everything. Mainly the only ones I were missing was like the Hermes Vestiges and like a handful of, or like 2 or 3 other these minor vestiges.
Leaving Yakumo and them behind?
We finally have a chance to live free instead of being mercenary thralls forever. I'm not gonna die now.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but what's the plan for escape?
I don't know.
Keep an eye out for a rescue chopper. There should be a couple where the horrors are thin.
That already sounds stupid.
Riki! I finally found a chopper! Hey! Hey!
Uh-oh. We drew attention to the chopper.
Just bit through our ticket out of here.
Those bastards eat any damn thing in front of them.
There's nowhere we can run.
Hey, pull yourself together. We're getting out of here alive.
Alrighty. Alright. Again, I know I mentioned it countless sorry. I know I've mentioned it countless times. This scenic like, you know, memory walkway is pretty cool and has some very cool moments, but it is a bit slow and takes a while. You can skip them, but I'm interested to see where this is going. Just wish it just a tiny bit more expedience.
Looks like Riki and the others all got wiped out by the horrors after all. If we'd been patient, if we just stayed together. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, I was hoping you would give me a hand looking for more of their memories.
No! It is weird how, like, these cutscenes, if you want to well, that sounds mean. But, you know, cutscenes where everybody's just, like, staring blankly with no, like, lip movement. Which, you know, doesn't have to be, but it just looks a little off. Just checking my time, everything's still. We're gonna get through the rest of these, and then we'll wrap up.
The first face we saw when we woke up from the deep sleep was one we thought we'd never see again. Miguel's.
Right.
We were mauled to death by horrors after the Great Collapse. Mito collected our bodies and brought them back to life with things called boar parasites.
And Yakumo's over there still sleeping.
Most of us didn't survive the revival process, but they might have been the lucky ones. The rest of us were thrown right back into thraldom.
Good job.
If I could just somehow find a way to get out of this place. Maybe while Mito is busy experimenting on Emily.
Heartless. Jesus, dude.
You know, Yakumo still feels bad about what happened back then. When the two of you guys fought and split up.
He does?
Yeah.
He cared?
think
I thought he didn't because I was being upset. I was the upset one. Sorry.
Like I even care about that.
Listen up. The facility walls have been breached. The Lost are getting in.
This is just what I've been waiting for. Let's slip out in the confusion.
What about Yakumo? He's still asleep.
You already know the answer. He was always a blind goody two-shoes. I despised him to his last breath. I won't be satisfied until he wakes up and I get to punch that stupid face of his one more time.
Okay. So bring him along. He does care, but, you know, in the very aggressive, you know, unhelpful way. Maybe he was just really into Yakumo. He was doing that stupid kid thing where it's like, I like you and I don't know how to express that, so I'm just gonna be mean. Sorry. Imagine that being just like the canon.
So, it was Riki and the rest of them who did it. I always did wonder who pulled me out of that place. How long was that? I was the only one still asleep. I wonder if they all made it out of there in the end. I hope so. I hate to think that I slowed them down. Yep, that's the plan. We'll figure out what happened to them. I won't let them be forgotten.
Alright, can do. So with those vestiges put together, we'll then have the third. For the assassin vestige. Yeah, just look at. I can't remember. Who's the Artemis vestige again? That's what's her name? Mia. Sorry. There's a lot of interesting like story building and characters here, and I just keep kind of like losing track of it. I've been playing this so inconsistently.
It's no good, Riki. We might have gotten out, but there's too many of them.
You're telling me we have to leave Yakumo behind?
Damn it all. We're not abandoning anyone again. All right, listen up, everyone. We're all gonna survive this. At least until we kick the crap out of Yakumo.
Slap him awake! Again, it sounds like he did care.
The truth is, I never did like you, you bastard. Still, I always wanted to be like you.
No.
Our life may have been miserable, but I wanted to be able to stand straight, stare back at the world with your bright eyes. You know what? It really doesn't feel so bad. Risking your life for a friend.
Okay. You know, kind of touching, like even he realized, well, touching, I say, even he kind of realized, like, yeah, well, it's kind of like Yakumo said, he always knew, you know, he was always being honest with himself, and that's what Riki hated about himself, is that he wanted to be able to try and be, like, more, you know, upbeat and hopeful like Yakumo, but he was just so pessimistic and dour to do it.
You know, all that time, I really thought he hated me.
Well, he didn't like you, that's not as extreme.
Actually felt.
I wouldn't say he was a good friend, necessarily, but...
Come on. You're embarrassing me. I don't deserve that kind of praise. I'm going to keep on moving ahead. And I'll keep their memory with me all the way until the bitter end. I owe them that much. It's the least I can do to repay them. Thanks. I don't know if I've said this before, but it's really good being here with you all. I'll keep supporting you however I can.
Alright. Again, I don't take Yakumo out, like, ever. I've never... Have I ever equipped him? I don't think I have, to be my partner. And, yeah, but as character-wise, he's pretty cool. He's noble, he's understanding, he's friendly. He's got a lot of good qualities, even if I haven't seen him in combat, just, like, his own actions speak for themselves. So, you know, that's nice. Kid's got a lot going for him. Artemis. Took me forever to figure out to talk to Mia in order to get her blood code. Never even thought about doing that.
Damn thieving bitch. Where did she go? She has her blood beads. She couldn't have gotten far. Keep searching!
Should we really be doing this?
No,
What
but...
else can we do? It's the only way we can get any blood beads. Okay, let's get out of here while we can. This is the last of the blood beads we worked so hard for. All of the blood springs around here have run dry. I couldn't get so much as a single bead from them. I'll need to do something soon.
I'm really sorry to make you do all the scary stuff, Mia. I wish I could help you fight.
But I'm just a hologram.
Come on, Nicola. Stop worrying about things like that, alright? As long as you're safe, I'm happy to take care of everything else.
So yeah, this is when they were still wandering, which at this point we also know, since they became Revenant, well, since she became a Revenant. Oh no, they're both Revenants at this point.
We don't have much time left.
I can see that loss is starting to set in. You really think you can fight in that condition?
Well, I won't know unless I try, alright?
Come with me. I know a place where there are blood beads.
Sorry, I'm picking up my nails too. Carmilla, have we seen that person before? I'm trying to remember, it's been a while. But, you know, anyways, this is when Mia and Nicola were running around as Revenants, but this was also during the time, which if we found this sooner, you know, we would have found out, like, oh, Nicola was a Revenant that entire time. Well, we know that now, so looking back on these, it's different context. Like, if you saw those before you got to Nikolai of Abel, you would have been like, oh, so this is how, you know, what they were doing to survive.
Most of the blood springs were already dry by the time I became a Revenant. Blood beads were difficult to come by, even in the best of circumstances. It was all we could do to survive. That was when we met Carmilla. We soon saw it wasn't us she was helping. She squeezed everything she could from us. In this world, you can never trust a stranger. That's what she taught me.
Well, we're strangers, and you can trust us now, so, you know. Maybe hit and miss. When one stranger lets you down, the next one will be just fine. That's terrible advice. Sorry. Anyways, EO, I know you're tired. Up, 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 up. Oops. Off track. Sorry, taking a drink. Artemis. Yeah, Survivor. Vestige Part 1. That goes into Part 2, etc., etc.
This is my home. I'm the only one who lives here now, so make yourselves comfortable.
Thank you.
You can call me Carmilla. Oh, and just remember, you're going to be working for me from now on. With that in mind, you're skilled at separating others from their blood beads, correct?
You helped us even though you knew?
I helped you because it was practical for me. So long as I have you two around, I won't need to risk my own neck. Why else did you think I would bother taking you in?
Well, what would be the point then? What's the... Hold on.
Have you always lived alone, Carmilla?
The past really doesn't matter, does it? You've got bigger things to worry about, like the laundry.
I'm sorry. I'm doing it.
Did everyone run away from you for being so selfish?
Yes.
Being nice doesn't do you any favors. When it comes down to it, everyone looks out for number one. You would do well to remember that.
That mentality works as long as it doesn't, and when it falls under your feet, you are screwed.
Huh? Where's Carmilla? I saw her leave a little while ago. She must have caught wind of them and took off. We need to run, Nicola. Get the blood beads from storage.
But those belong to Carmilla.
You remember what she said. Being nice doesn't do you any favors. Now hurry up, Nicola.
They're already gone. Yeah. Anyways, wasn't Carmilla one of the other vestige parts we had? I don't remember. A lot of names, a lot of stuff, and I don't have enough time to go through it all.
And that was how it all began. From that moment onward, we lived our lives completely on our own, without any help from others. There was a part of me that wanted to trust Carmilla. She was cold and standoffish, but that didn't mean she was a bad person. I thought maybe she was just awkward with people.
Well...
But I was wrong. In this world, you can only rely on your own strength. No one out there is going to save you. I learned that lesson all too well.
Well, we did,
That's
so,
why
you know,
meeting
some
you
flaws
guys
in
was
that.
Such a big shock for me. You were willing to reach out to me, a complete stranger, like it was no big deal. Spending time with all of you made me realize something. It's true that being nice might not do you any favors in the end. But that's what you need to do if you want to live a fulfilling life.
Correct, kinda.
But when I think of it, the reason that we lived the way we did before we met you was because of everything that happened back then with Carmilla. But you know, after she took off, I never did see her again. I wonder what ended up happening to her.
Well... Well, we can find that out now with the survivor vestiges. Anyways, no, yeah, you know, being nice, you know, you do get screwed over and often taken advantage of, depending on your climates. But at the same time, it's better than not doing that, because at least you're trying, you know? And if you... how's it, like Mia said, maybe it doesn't do you favors in the end, maybe not, but it does, it's more satisfying than living cruelly, you know? There is something to that.
My life, everything that I had or held dear, all vanished instantly in the great collapse. I wandered aimlessly for days, searching for my family. With so much else occupying my mind, it took a long time for me to discover that I was no longer human. Where are we?
This is our new home. There must be a reason for why we've returned as revenants. We've all lost everything. But now we can build new lives and live for everyone who didn't make it.
Yeah, you're right. Sitting here and rotting away won't change anything. Let's do it.
Okay, she was trying to do something for a while. How'd that pan out? Probably not well.
I had finally found a reason to live in this terrible new world. So sad. One after another, my friends fell, joining the ranks of the lost and leaving me once again with nothing. After that, I didn't venture out anymore. And once our stock of blood beads was finally diminished, I thought it was as good a time as any for my story to come to an end. That is, until the moment I arrived in this place and met those two kids.
Alright. So yeah, when she met Mia and Nicola. So yeah, just one thing having another and then basically becoming a shut-in, effectively. That's how I read, you know, like I didn't venture out anymore. Too risky, too demoralizing. All that sad stuff. Sorry. Not bored, I'm just tired.
I had no idea what Carmilla went through. I figured she was like that because she was a revenant. I didn't even consider her own experiences, or how they may have shaped her. Maybe we could have come to understand each other, if we'd had the chance.
Maybe you still have one. Probably not, but...
Yeah. I would like to try to find her. I mean, assuming that she's still alive, that is. There may be more of her memories out there. If you happen to come across any, I'd appreciate it if you'd show them to me. I really do want to know more about Carmilla.
Alright, we can look. Sorry, I figured this would take a long time. I should have maybe parsed these out in between, you know, other adventures and missions. Like, every time we finished a chapter, go find through the vestiges, but I just want to get back to the adventuring. How many more do we got? We got Survivor, Hephaestus, Warrior. What do we do with Hephaestus? We got quite a bit to go, but we'll get there, we'll get there. We got these ones. We got stuff with Murasame, and then we got, you know, what her things end up to.
It's been a while. I thought you might have gone off and joined the Lost.
Oh, they knew.
I thought the same of you. I guess we're both resilient.
Did you find a boyfriend or something? You look livelier than usual.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm just babysitting for a while.
Well, I suppose Coco's a vendor, so, you know, she just meets people.
Hand over the goods.
Fine, fine. Here you are. That's everything. And I don't take refunds, all right?
Alright. Sorry.
That Coco. So that's what that no refunds business was about. She gave me a lot more than our original deal. That girl's getting too soft for her own good. Thanks.
You know, Coco's pretty awesome. We don't talk to her too much, but, you know, she's very, you know, generous, but doesn't want you to acknowledge it. Wow, you're really nice. I will break your neck. A little extreme, but that's kind of how she acts.
Carmilla,
Her tongue was sharp, but she was nice deep down. I haven't seen her since then. I hope she's still out there being her same old resilient self. Well, I guess none of my memories are floating around out there, huh? I had a son.
That explains a lot.
I was hoping you'd find memories related to him. Well, anyway, it was a long time ago, and the story's really not all that interesting.
Well, now I'm invested,
But
though.
if you do find something, please let me know.
I don't think we do. Well, maybe? Probably not.
What is it?
Yeah, that explains a lot about Coco. I honestly thought that she was a lot younger, but okay, that's fair. I don't know, in this, you know, anime aesthetic, it's hard to tell what ages people are at.
Mia and Nicola. When those two crossed my path, I finally understood the reasons why I had been reborn. It was destiny that brought us together. I would guide those two young souls into the future. It was my mission. I believed that.
Now how that floor cave in.
There was something about them that reminded me of my own children. The ones I'd lost in the Great Collapse.
One of my kids was also an illusion, and the other one was really good with a gun. I wasn't a good parent. Sorry.
And placed them in storage. I figured those two might need them in case of an emergency. To survive in this world, you have to be able to live using your own strength. That's why we have to be cold. To teach them not to rely on others. To be able to do everything themselves.
Well, you could help them do that still.
Tell them more, but never mind. It isn't important. If I can help them grow stronger, then
You can help them grow stronger by being more appreciative and okay, whatever.
there's no need to worry. I won't allow the lost to get one step closer to me.
Okay.
Once I planned to give myself to them willingly. Now, I'm just grateful for the opportunity to trade my life for yours. Thank you both, Mia, Nicola, for giving me one last chance to live like a human being. The time we spent together was short, but I enjoyed it. Take care.
Okay, so when they got surrounded, she went out fighting while the other two, the siblings got away. Okay. But again, you know, they can still learn to grow strong and not be too reliable, or, you know, not lean on others too much, but you can also still not be a total brat to make them think you hate them, or make them hate you.
I can't. Carmilla didn't leave us behind. She sacrificed herself so that we could get away. Yet I thought nothing but awful things about her. I swore forever that I'd be the one in control of my life. Yeah, I plan to stick around. I want to have a chance to pass along the same kindness that she showed me.
Which you specifically,
I want to work together to open a door into a better world than the one we're in. I want to be even stronger. Thank
she
you.
acted like a bitch to feel good, and now I feel like a
Something very
bitch and feel
important to me might
bad.
have stayed lost in the past
Never
forever.
mind. Sorry, that's kind of what it
Really,
is
thank you.
kind of like, you know, like, she was being mean because she was being nice, and now I feel bad. I was so mean to her because I thought she was being mean to me. And, you know, it's like, well, now it makes you, now it makes it feel like it's your fault. Okay, we got Hephaestus, and then Warrior, and then Cephocles Vestiges, which I'm sure those are interesting stories, but, yeah. I don't want to go through the nonsense that's going to be in those DLCs. I'm not even going to bother with them. We're going to do these. Main final boss, go, go, go. That's kind of how I feel on it right now. Not that I do like this game, despite like some of the major downs I've had with it, but kind of just wanted to get it done.
So you're the one that aced the exams. Did you have previous training?
No.
Well, a bit of gymnastics.
Gymnastics? Wait. You're Murasame the gymnast? Huh. I guess that does explain it. We're assigning you to Team 2 for the time being. But war isn't a sport. Keep that in mind.
No.
Sir!
Okay, so she's kind of a prodigy.
You've set yet another record for lost kill, Murasame. I hear some of the others have even started calling you Yaksha.
I do what I can.
Well, we all hope you do that.
I'm gonna look that up real quick. What's Yaksha?
Good news, you're being promoted. We want you in charge of our scouts.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. They're a hand-picked group of elite veterans. They won't listen to anyone they don't respect. Even they have to acknowledge your skills. Just make sure you maintain their trust.
So yeah, giving her a responsibility like that, maybe too young. Okay, so Yaksha... Well, just one... Okay, we're an ancient class of usually benevolent spirit from India myth that preside over the subterranean treasures and were worshipped as tutelary deities. Benevolent or malevolent, connected with water, fertility, trees, forest, treasure, and wilderness. And yeah, more associated with India. Did I spell it wrong or what?
I was absorbed with following my orders, and those orders told me to fight. It was the only way I knew for escaping the despair I saw around me each day. But now, well, I'm not even good enough to fight. It's possible that there's something I can learn from my old memories.
Could she have been a partner this whole time? Well, no, we only got the Hephaestus stuff recently.
To be honest, a part of me doesn't want to remember what I was like back then. The thought scares me. At the same time, though, I feel like it's important for me to remember. Back then, I didn't worry much about getting turned into ash. To be honest, I might have been a bit self-destructive.
No, the rowdy sports girl being a little, you know, uninhibited, if you will.
Call it sweet young woman.
Huh.
I'm not entirely sure, but my understanding is that it's some sort of fighting devil. Did they have to be so rude?
So even she doesn't know. It's like they're calling you this nickname. What does that... Yeah, I even typed in Yaksha Japanese meaning, and it kind of like Google sending me straight to like in Indian mythology, which I don't know if it's accurate or not. Okay, Hephaestus, vestige, pot de. Taking sips of my Coke every stop because I am trying to get some energy up. Messing with my phone, cutting my nails. It's getting done.
Greetings. My name is Rin Murasame, and I will be your new captain. It's a pleasure.
A girl?
No kidding. So you're the maniac they call Yaksha.
No.
16.
You're still just a kid. Is this a practical joke?
I think about that. That whistle was a little, inappropriate.
Hey, you! Who said you could sit down? You're not on break here.
You don't need to yell.
If the training is too much for you, you'll be useless to us in the field. Don't forget that.
She was the rude one.
Whoa, watch out! We got a fire-breathing cat.
I mean, they're also being dismissive, but... Okay, so, yeah. Young sprout, you know, in a high position of leadership just because she's good at fighting lost. Maybe not the smartest idea. at the same time, she's in that position for a reason. Either everyone's desperate, or she's really that good.
I was desperate to succeed. I had been tasked with leading the elite and maintaining their trust. Force was the only way I knew to earn their respect.
Hey, don't get snippy. It's your memories.
Anyway, if you happen to track down any more of my memories, could you let me know? If it's not too much trouble for you, I mean. I would really appreciate your
Alright.
help.
They should have not gone with that option.
What is it?
What was it? Okay, 2 more. Hephaestus. I think I pointed out, yeah, Hephaestus is fitting, considering she's like the weaponsmith. Yeah, now that I think about it, I just had the thoughts go through my head, and now I kind of like put a lot of things together with what everyone's associated with.
We're running into more of them now. The Queen's gotta be close.
I'll get to that in a second.
Captain, we found the Queen.
Good. We need to contact HQ right away.
Captain, I really don't think we have time for that.
What do you mean?
The Lost have us completely surrounded.
Hey, retreat! Move it!
Retreat to where, Captain? The Lost are all
Retreat
around
somewhere!
us.
3. No, 6 o'clock!
No good! We're lost at 6!
What are your orders? Captain!
Right, I'm just thinking. Okay, yeah. Okay, so things went from bad to worse with her. Is the bottom lines?
I remember now.
Everything went bad.
All of our escape routes were cut off by the Lost, and we were losing more troops by the minute. Seeing them fall made me freeze. I couldn't lead. Each scream sent a new bolt of fear through me, until it turned into panic. By the time I eventually came to my senses, I was all alone. I couldn't see any sign of either my squad or the Lost. I think I must have run away from the battle in my panic and left everyone in my squad behind to their fates. Yeah, it was too much. I'm afraid if things get too hot, I'll take off and abandon my comrades again.
So now I make the weapons and send them off to die anyways. Sorry, I'm being mean.
Thanks. It feels better to know why I feel the way I do. It seems that my current post is just right for me. Plus, I don't have to worry about ditching everyone on the
Because you're
battlefield
not
again,
there.
which is
Sorry.
something of a
I
relief.
see what she's trying to say, but the way it's worded is so like, you're not even there. Okay, one more. Get up, last one. Then we'll wrap up, and then next time we'll probably just bash our way through the finale.
What is it?
One more. We got Hephaestus for 3, which then goes to Warrior Vestige A. Is this maybe a survivor of, one of the survivors of, her thing, or what? Her post? Sorry.
Hey! What'd you do to the captain?
I knocked her out. Just look at her. She looks so innocent. We can call her Yaksha or whatever the hell we want, but she's a 16-year-old girl. And it's too
Oh, so she didn't run away?
Wait, what are you...
Listen up, everyone. I'm assuming field command of this operation as of right now, and we are getting the captain out of here. Understood?
Well, I guess that's an order. All right, are you ready, squad?
Sir! We'll all create a diversion together and then break through their defensive line.
They did learn to respect and care for her.
Sir! Should be far enough. The captain's gonna be okay. Don't give him any ground! Fight to the last! Take as many as you can!
She's gonna be real mad when she finally wakes up. But it doesn't matter if you're our commander, or as fierce as a demon on the battlefield. No matter how strong you are or how strict, we still think of you as
I can't tell if that's sweet or demeaning.
So be good and stay alive for us.
Yeah, that's just sort of like, on one hand, it's like, oh, they did care for her. On the other hand, it's like, so they really did not have, well, it's hard to tell. I'm just like imagining, like, you know, she's leading a fight that's going well, and just like, good job, team, and they're just like, aw, look at her go. Just kind of like, she's being such a good leader. I don't know, that's kind of what's, the image is running better in my head, but yeah. Well, nevertheless, okay, so that explains it. So she didn't run, she just, well, she did still freeze up. But, you know, she didn't run, so it's not as bad as she thought.
What? What was
I'm gonna
that?
kill them! I will find the loss they became into, and I will kill them!
They were all trying to protect me? What the hell did they think they were doing? Were they trying to prove something? I was constantly berating them, telling them they were weak and useless. Why would they want to protect someone like that? I was their commander, and they treated me like a little kid. Of all the stupid sentimental. If I saw any of you today, I'd hug you till you turned blue.
Again, kind of sweet, kind of degrading.
Thank you for this. You've allowed me to finally take a good look at my past. I can't cower anymore. I'm not sure I'll ever fight on the front lines again, but at least I won't be hiding away like I did before. I have to do my best for you and Louis and all the others who did their best for me. I have to honor their sacrifices and their memories.
Okay. So is she a new battler or what? A new partner? That'd be kind of cool, but, you know, whatever. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's all in the main game.
What is it?
Yeah, then just Cephalocles, which is the related to the Hellfire Knight DLC, which, you know, you have to go through it a couple of times, which I'm not going to bother with.
Take care.
Other than that, yeah, there we have it.
Don't forget, do you know about hot springs? Here, I go there too. Make sure you...
Honestly,
Okay, so they're just talking, nothing's changed, no dialogue differences. Maybe Murasame has new items or something. Okay, so yeah, that was just some of the messages as we just talk to everybody and get to know them a little better. Kind of really interesting, actually. Personal meal, thanks. No, yeah, it only just occurred to me, like, really taking a minute to, like, think about everybody and figuring out, like, what all their, you know, connections to god names mean, you know? Prometheus, you know, he's the one, if I remember Greek mythology, that's the one who gave humans fire, which in essence is kind of like, you know, kind of gay, or open up the doors for humanity to, like, get this disease. He is partially to blame for that. And weirdly, by extension, that also means, like, where is she? I know we have her, Ishtar, is Cruz's thing. Cruz is technically kind of like Pandora, because she just, you know, made everything worse. Let's see. Atlas, Yakumo, because he's carrying so much on his shoulders. Artemis, you know, ranged. There's more to that, and I'm just like, it's slipping my mind. Isis, don't remember. Yeah, maybe. I'm starting to see some of them more, but, you know, Heimdall, you know, depending on how you look at it, brash, but also Hephaestus, fierce, but also like a weapon crafter. And yeah, there's more. I think there's a Hades one too, but I think that's a DLC thing. You know, it just occurred to me, and it's just like, oh, hey, that's kind of smart, but also kind of dumb in other ways, but, you know, I don't care. It's fun imagery. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to wrap up here for right now, and next time we continue, we will probably finish up the story. So, with that all being said, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, like and subscribe and all that. This is Timmara, signing off.